Loading here, bringing you guys our second episode for the podcast. Hopefully every Sunday, we're gonna try to bring this to you. Here with my other co-host is DK Gaming. DK, you wanna introduce?
Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome, welcome.
All right, now today we're gonna be talking about how Paragon is dying. No, I'm just messing with you guys. No, in all honesty, we're just gonna be doing some questions stuff. Hopefully, looking at people in the chat and see if they have some questions about Paragon or if they're just starting it. Okay, we might have some people on later, and if we do, that's great. If we don't, we'll keep it on pushing. All right, let's start. So, did you see the community corner recently? The 29 community corner. DK.
Um, yes, yes, I did.
You have any thoughts on it or of the matter? Them
You talking about the
talking.
one that aired last week?
Yeah, it's the future updates.
I really like what they're going to be doing with the colorblind. I know a couple people that benefit from that,
Yeah.
and then being able to reshape your HUD and your size of your HUD and turning off. I mean, being able to just turn off everything but a health bar is great to me. The only thing I need is my health bar and my ability bar. I don't really care about anything else being up on screen. So that's great for me. Like, I need my map there, of course, but map, health bar, ability bar, that's it.
Nice, nice. I'm
Yeah,
looking
what about that?
forward to yeah, the colorblind thing because I know a couple of people wearing glasses myself that are colorblind. Now, in that community quarter, they had currently talked about future patches, which some is somewhat controversial. And but I mean by that is they're definitely doing different cards. They're definitely going to be doing things in the jungle, and they're currently working on hero reworks, possibly, because in V what 44.3, I believe they are trying to ditch those out, and I think it's good. All right. Do you think Paragon will become in the future a success or will it fail?
The way that it's going right now,
Mm-hmm.
it will definitely fail. And the reason why I say it would fail right now is because, like, heroes shouldn't be. They shouldn't allow heroes to come out of the bat like they did with Grux. They really dropped the ball with Grux. Allowing this, after nerfing Kalari and nerfing all these other, like Kwong, and nerfing these heroes into oblivion where they can't be used sometime,
Mm-hmm.
and then allowing Grux to come out here and then not fixing him the very next week or toning down his numbers, like that was horrible. And it's still, allowing that to go on for 3 weeks is just horrible. Um, if they keep releasing stuff like that, saying that they testing it out and not knowing the numbers, like, the game will go down and it will lose people more and more. Like, me personally, um, I today I had one of the best matches I thought I was going to have with Kalari,
What happened?
and I went up against a Grux and a Richter in off lane, and I was giving it to him. I was doing them. I was like, I'll play it after this too. I was doing really well. But the
Really?
moment Grux got Death Crawler, it went all downhill. I was done. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get close. I couldn't hit. I know I couldn't do a damn thing. And one hit, Grux killed me. One hit. He wiped out me and David. Did 4,000 points of damage to both of us equally. And now, I mean, that was kind of the deciding factor why I'm officially announcing that I'm taking a break from Paragon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not gonna come back unless they fix stuff. Like, tomorrow, there's supposed to be an update. If that update does not address Grux and does not fix him, then I will not be back. I will be back once they fix him, because I refuse to play inside a game with Grux.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm just done with it. done.
Personally, for me, I think Paragon has been a mixed bag ever since. Zombie, that might be your mic or something, but personally, I think it will be a success. I mean, the way things are going currently are bad, but Epic Games have shown us that they are somewhat fast-ish on fixing issues, and they have broke it down to us on how they do fix certain things in Paragon. As in, there would be 1 week, they look at the reviews and what people are saying. The next week, or like currently like the day after that first week, they will try to implement changes and do tests to figure out how and what's going to happen. So far, that's been somewhat reliable in what they've been doing so far, and a lot of people enjoy it, and a lot of people really hate that. But I think currently they could really benefit from a lot more in-game testers, because I feel like that is somewhat lacking on their part, or they're just not getting the right statistics. And yeah, that's how I feel about on that matter. Okay, what would you like to see coming to jungle in the near patches?
I don't know. You know, honestly, there's not really much more that I feel that they can do with the jungle. I mean, I think it's in a good spot. We got a black buff.
Mm-hmm.
We got minions. We got Fangtooth. You know, with the current map, you can't do much more with this jungle. Now, I could talk about, hey, if they expand this map and make it bigger, and bring the jungle down subterranean, or make the jungle actually feel like a jungle. It ain't even really a jungle. It's just a place with some damn trees. Like, when I think of a jungle, I think I'm going to traverse across something that doesn't take me 5 seconds to get across. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like, I don't know. That's when in my eyes, I think of the jungle. Like, I would just call that the shadow plane, you know, because you can't, or the fog wall or something. But to call it a jungle, man, it just isn't. I don't know. The jungle's fine. Where's it at? It's in a good place. I love Fangtooth. It needs to be brought down just a little bit. I think the 4 power should be brought down to 2 power.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when people take it the way that people take it as fast now. But the buffs are fine. I like what the buffs are, but until they can actually expand that jungle and give us a bigger map, I don't think there's much more that they can do with the jungle.
I actually agree with you on that. I believe currently some people say Fangtooth has become a little too overpowered, in which if the enemy team is getting so much Fangtooth, you are at an extreme disadvantage. And now, I think that is somewhat of a good thing, because currently it has been more of an objective game, and I really like an objective game. I like the fact that my team says, hey, let's go do this right now, or else the enemy team gonna get it. If the enemy team get it, obviously we know what's gonna happen. We're not gonna have more power than them. We're gonna get pretty much destroyed more than they are. They're gonna be doing more damage to us. I like the way that, the gameplay works, personally. But with Fangtooth in mind, I do think that it does need somewhat of a nerf, because there's been a lot of really, really good games where I have come back in the past, where I was like 3 inhibitors down, someone had a card that could change lanes, and man, we just destroyed it with like a Wukong. It was really good. But now, it's becoming like they have more power than us. We're gonna lose every single time with the Fangtooth buff. So yeah. All right. What is your 3 favorite characters, and why do you like them? Let's go a
I'll let
little
you
in
take the
depth.
lead on that.
Oh, okay. My 3 favorite characters. Obviously, my first favorite is Countess. Second favorite right now is Gideon. And my third favorite is Grux, but not for the reason you guys think.
Well, why do you like Countess?
Yeah. Okay, so a lot of people notice about me who play with me. I love being two subset of things. I like being a jungler, and I like being a caster or a mid laner. You can kind of say that. I do not like being a carry or being a support as much as I do those other two. Because when I use an ability, I feel like it should really hurt, and I enjoy that gameplay. And that's why I like Countess. Her abilities is able to burst down carries, but not completely destroy tanks. I feel that if you build a lot of ability defense with a lot of health, someone should be able to easily kill Countess. Because, after she does all her ult and her abilities, they're done. But if you go up against a carrier or support, you can wreck them. And that's what I love about Countess. Same thing with Gideon currently. His R1, which is on my controls, I play Legacy controls, he has that straightforward meteor. It's kind of, I call it a trick shot, because when you throw the meteor, it's not an instant cast. It's literally like a couple seconds to where it has to get to the target. So someone could easily just sidestep out of the way. So I kind of have to predict on where some people are going from time to time. It has a little bit of AoE that kind of helps with that, which I like. And then he has a slow. I love using a slow and then use the rock because then it's more predictable on where they're going because they're slowed down. Then he has his ult, which some people would say is broken, some people would say isn't. It depends on who you're talking to, really. But yeah, he's just high damage caster. Now, Grux. Grux is what you guys are gonna think is definitely surprising. I enjoy Grux not because of his damage output, but because of his kit. Now, of course, when I'm playing a Grux, I'm obviously gonna build for damage because in the current meta, you build Grux as like a tankish. You're not using them effectively, and it's not a good thing. I like his kit. He has a knockup, he has a pull, and he has a damage ability, and then he has his ult, which just applies more damage. His kit to me is like Crunch's kit to where I like, and it's that his abilities synergize very well, and I feel like some characters in this game currently, their abilities don't synergize to what they have, and it feels wrong. Like like Decker. To me, I get that Decker's a support. She has a stun, which is good. She has an ultimate, which is somewhat questionable sometimes. And then there's something else. That's the slow, the bubble slow. The bubble slow feels very kind of like rushed on. I don't like it as much. And maybe in Legacy, it was a good ability, but not in this current game. Alright, DK, what are your current feelings of the matter?
I mean, do I get to answer the favorite characters?
Yeah. You answer that first and then you answer. Yeah, your current feelings on the matter of the favorite characters, man. The question still lingers.
Alright, well, my favorite character is actually one that you see on screen playing right now. It's Rafe. Rafe has a kit that is just like he's so underrated and it's so spectacular at the same time. Like he has a kit that literally will help you in any game that you go into. And I just love that you can build him as a tank. For those of you that haven't tried, I certainly suggest doing it. Try throwing Yomi on him and possess Striking. And then you can put Death Crawler on him. It works very well. For me, it does. Or I put a Static Trap on him. That's nice too. But yeah, Rafe is I'm really loving Rafe, man. I wish I could play with him a lot more. Especially in the off lane, man. I can keep the off lane held down as you can see, this tower is still up, and we're like 20 minutes in. Yeah, we 20 minutes into the match, the tower's still up. So, my second favorite character is Kalari, and she's probably my first. She's probably my first favorite character actually. But Kalari, I love Kalari, man. No matter how bad they nerf Kalari into oblivion, I still find some way to make her look amazing. And it's just, you know,
So
her
that's his second?
quickness. Her well, she's my first.
Oh,
Raven's
okay.
probably my second.
Okay.
And just her swiftness on the battlefield, her agile, like her animation, her attack, all of it just looks beautiful. And I love playing as her. Um, my third favorite character would be Steel. I've been an OG Steel player since Legacy, and although they've changed his kit a lot, I can still see some improvements. Like his shield, should do more than just put up a wall. It should be able to. I think it should be able to block out like any kind of projectile, any attack. Or like even emit something, like emit a charge when he go to put it up. Like if he say like anyone that's inside the area of his shield
Mm-hmm.
is automatically slowed instead of touching it. So like it emits a wave of charges or emits a wave of slow energy in front of him, right?
Mm-hmm, like a pulse?
Put it out. Yeah, put it like well, not a continuous pulse. So like put it out like 600 notches in front of him. If he has his shield up, you're slowed down. Your attack speed is slow, or your movement speed is slowed. You know why this wall is up. That'd be something nice that I would like to see with this shield. It's just, I honestly think that I'm the only one that I ever see. Every time I see somebody play Steel, I never see them use his shield. I mean, I use his shield because I know like what to do and when to use it, but I don't know. But yeah,
Okay.
he's my third favorite.
Alright, so just for a recap, mine first is Countess, then Gideon, then Grux, DK. You gotta see the recap?
Yeah, Steel.
Steel first?
Yeah, my first is Rafe and Kalari.
Okay.
They don't really go in a particular order. It's just those three who I love the most.
Okay then. Zombie, are you currently on?
I'm back, yes.
Ah, okay, good. So what are your 3 favorite characters, and why do you like them?
Oh, that's gonna be a hard one.
Come on, I know you can do it. By the way, this is our side. We have another person who we've invited to this. This is Zombie.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
Then my first would be Steel.
Mm-hmm.
Reason why he's durable, he can hold his lane, and he's mobile pretty much.
Okay, that's fair to say that.
My next would be Rampage.
Ooh, Rampage, huh? Do tell.
He's like, I reckon, for me, he's like the best jungler.
Mm-hmm.
No, Grux has that damage and he's broken at the moment, but so Rampage can, he can take fights up in the jungle. He can like 2v1s and stuff because of his health again.
Yeah.
In the jungle, he can go up to like 80 health again, and then with his ult, when you're like max build, he's unkillable. Like early game, he's killable, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
In late game, it's a bit harder to kill him. Your whole team has to work on him. Then that's why my
On that note, do you think his health regen should maybe go down a little bit?
For his ultimate, yes, maybe a couple hundred, 200.
Okay.
I've gotten it up to 500. I reckon it should be around 300.
Dang. Alright. And your last favorite?
Yeah, my last would be Wukong.
Wukong. Is it because of his lane push?
Yes, but that's not just the only reason. One, because he some people underrate him. They think he can just be used for lane push, but I've been in matches with you in DKT, and I've held
Mm-hmm.
the lane up for 30 minutes straight with him, just because of his ult. His ult can hold a lane. People usually get their tier 1 dropped at like 10 minutes with him, leading them
Mm-hmm.
offlane. But if you got the right Wukong, you can hold your lane up for 30 minutes.
Alright, well, let's continue on. Alright, what was your first time playing Paragon with people on comms? And do you think comms matter? Does anyone of you want to start first, or do you want me?
Yeah, go ahead and start.
Okay.
Go ahead.
My first experience playing comms.
Hey guys.
Hello, Icefire. You have currently joined us in the middle of the question.
Sorry for being late, dude.
Nah,
Something came up.
it's okay, man. Let me say the question again, and I'm gonna say it first. What was your first time playing Paragon with people on comms, and do you think it matters? Now I'm gonna answer that first. For me, first time playing on comms, I was on Legacy, cause I'm pretty much almost day one guy. So I had experienced there was two other people on my friends list at the time that was playing Paragon. I decided I should hop on the game, have some fun with these two people, because currently I had only just played by myself on solo queue. So I was playing with them. One of them was a Sevrog. I think I was the Gideon, and then we had a Chimera or something like that, and it was a lot of fun. I highly enjoyed the communication that we did, and I do think comms matter, especially when you're playing with people that you know. It is the most infuriating thing to when you don't have comms, but yet you need help, but the other people aren't looking on the part of their screen that tells them that I need help in a certain lane or something like that. So we were able to rotate very effectively and, do an orb prime dunk here and there, and overall, I think it was really good. That was my first experience. Alright. Anyone want to start off? After me?
Yeah, I can go.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't really remember it that well, but like into details like like what heroes I was playing and whatnot. But I remember I was playing solo queue, and then I got matched with this team. We won being solo, and then they add me. And then it was like 4 of them, and so I finished the whole squad being 5 people in the team. And it was really hard before I joined them to really communicate, as in I mean pinning, it helps, but it's not as good as like when you talk and like at the same time, like, oh, let me do this, because like when you're fighting or something, it's easy to talk rather than just
do the ping.
Press the buttons and not focusing on like hitting something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know it's not a big deal, but like those couple seconds that you're gonna ping in it helps a lot with comms, and be like, hey, I'm getting ganked, or like, hey, I need help here, and then rotation, rather than just expect people to rotate or ping it. But I would definitely agree that having comms or being in comms is the way to go with playing MOBA.
Okay, thank you.
Not
DK,
just Paragon,
Zombie?
like anyone.
So
If you need me to restate the question,
I'm gonna have to disagree. And simply because I think it doesn't come down to like comms make any game easier. Yes, that's no doubt about that. But at the same time, comms can also hinder a game. Um, and I do believe that map awareness is what makes us win games, what makes people win games. When you have a strong map awareness and you know where the enemies are, and you actually have callouts. I mean, they have the in-game callout system.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to just know, like, I for one have gone countless games without any kind of comms, and we just had strong map awareness. We knew where enemies were. We had wards, just like in VWare. And now in V42, you hardly ever see a ward. And when you have teams that have wards, they win. And that's map awareness. Like, if you don't have map awareness or have a strong team with map awareness, I think that you should have wards on your map.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, so when it goes back to saying comms, you can be on comms and you still lose games and you still won't win. It's because you need something else more than comms. You need map awareness. So, I have to disagree. Like, if you have strong map awareness, then you don't need comms.
I think that is a very fair and reasonable response to that. Zombie, you got any questions? You got, what was like your first time playing with comms on people, and do you think it matters?
Do you mean with like so my first time playing on comms was about when I was ranked 30. I used to be in teams and stuff with friends, but I would never go on comms. So my first time would actually be in a team and be on comms, I was around 25. I met this guy in a match. I think it was my first Paragon friend, and we decided to jump in comms. And yeah, and it helped out, but I'm with DKT. I completely disagree. You don't really need comms. Comms do help, but before we played, me and this guy played together for about, I don't know, a couple days without comms, and just because of our map awareness, we're ruling the game.
Okay. That's fair enough. I think if you do have a good map awareness and you're looking at not just what you're doing, but also like looking at the other UI functions on the screen, you should easily be able to tell if someone needs help, when to go, and stuff like that. Alright, so let's move on. Do you think Epic Games is making a fast enough progress on the current updates? Do you think that they are at a good enough pace, pretty much, when it comes to updating the game?
Yeah, sure. Yes, they are. I mean, they're trying their best to fix this game and roll out the updates as quickly as possible. I mean, look, we had this year alone, we had 2 different iterations of Monolith happen. Like we just came off. Last year this time we were in a whole different map. Not different map, but a different looking map. So, I mean, they're doling out the updates as fast as they can as any cycle. I think that is good. I mean, you look at any other MOBA, their updates aren't coming out as fast as this. And if they do have something coming out, I mean, it's minor tweaks, and it's just like any other game. These guys, they have lives, they work, they have children, they have families. So them putting out an update every 2 weeks or every other week is fine with me. They're trying to improve the system.
Okay. I think, yes, they're doing currently a good job and putting up updates. However, there's one criticism to where I don't really like that much. That is I feel like they need to test more. Like, they don't have enough players or people inside their current company or stuff like that is testing some of the updates. Because what ends up happening is you get stuff like Grux is doing like 4,000 damage. And you get a lot of people upset about Gideon. And there's been like a current theme with these updates to where it feels like people aren't testing them as much as they should be. So read that they have mostly stayed and prioritized what they needed to get out fast enough to where people aren't that mad about it. Alright. Ice Fire Zombie, your thoughts? Which one wants to go first? Alright, you go.
They're doing a good job, but like pretty much like you said, they're instead of trying to test the heroes to see what they're at full build, instead of just testing them at like low level, they're just trying to pump out what they think is good instead of actually testing it.
Okay. Let me remind you, there are some tests, but some of those tests might not have, foreseen that. Alright, Ice Fire?
I agree with most everything. You guys like almost covered everything, but let me add, I have a friend that I play with rarely, and he works at Epic, and the way they test the heroes, not like when we play it. So basically, they just put a build that they want. You know what I mean? As soon as they start the game, it's called like a live testing. So he just put even cards that does not exist right now, and they just build the hero and put whatever cards they want, and then they start fighting and just see his limits and whatnot. And I think that's the reason why, like, some people are, like, start hating Paragon and thinking it's not fair. But I think what Epic needs to do is really, like, go on a game and build him from minute 1 till whenever the game finish. Not just put the build on that hero and just, test the hero. Because what we do is just start from 0 and start building the hero up, you know what I mean? And that's when the community is, and that's when us like start noticing those small things. Oh, when you do this, oh, it has a glitch. Oh, he's doing so much damage. So I think that's the thing that they need to do. But other than that, they're really doing pretty good job on like updating, and every Tuesday we get like something and a rework. And
Okay, I like what you said. I really do. I think that's pretty good. Okay, now guys, here's where we get into a little bit of the funner, more lighter part of the section here in this current podcast. Now, first question. What would be your ideal team right now if you had a match in Paragon? I'm talking about, what would you guys like to see people being picked? Like, what would be your optimized pick? And I'll go first to give you guys an example. So, what I would like to see is...
Before you go, I would just like, in my logic of thinking, as far as like with the testing of heroes go,
yeah,
I don't understand, and I don't, maybe you guys may think the same, but if I'm going to test a hero, I'm going to test every card I have available on that hero to its maximum amount and see what it does as far as damage output. And that's what I just don't understand, is like, they have this hero in studio, they reworked this hero, but how did they let this hero get out in the wild without testing it on all the most powerful cards, considering that they came on the community corner, said that Grux is going to be really powerful. Grux is going to do a double pain, do 400 points of damage.
That can two-shot people. They did say that.
Yeah, I don't know.
2 to 3 shot.
Yeah, they said 2 to 3 shot people. I don't know if they, if he didn't get a chance to play Grux all the way and didn't get Deathcrawler, or they were thinking about Deathcrawler. But that's ridiculous. Like, you should not be able to do 4,000 points of damage when no one in the game can get up to 4,000 points of damage in the amount of time that he can do 4,000 points of damage. That's the problem there. Like, Grux can do 4,000 points of damage 20 minutes into the game, and nobody even get that much HP 20 minutes into the game.
Okay.
That's how you let that out in the wild. I don't understand that.
I do agree with you on that as will be currently discussed, in which there should be, or feels like there should be, more testing currently in Paragon. Okay, now, I always firmly believe...
Hold on. And the one build that they tested,
Yeah?
how did he not achieve maximum amount of damage in the one build they tested? How did they build the guy? Did they build him as a tank? Or they build him as nothing? Like, what did they build him as? Because that's what I would like to see. What in-game build did they build Grux as that said, oh, it was acceptable to release him out in the wild? You know what I'm saying? Like, with this amount of damage.
I agree.
I rest my case there. I'm done.
Okay. My current meta for the teams. I always firmly believe that when you should never, ever decide who you're gonna pick before you are inside of the queue. And I'm talking about, let's say, my team says, I want to pick an Aurora, a Gideon, a Richter, and a Rampage, and a Decker support. That's all good and all, but you never do that before you even are in the queue. Because what can end up happening, what if they get a steal that blocks certain abilities? What if they get another Gideon, which is able to stop your Gideon? What if they get a Bellica that is currently destroying you guys' mana, and every team fight you're getting knocked up and killed? You should always, I firmly believe, put it into perspective. Now, because of that and what I just said, that's not currently the correct question, but I just wanted to address that for current people. So, if I were to build characters in a match right now, I would obviously go for the meta, the best team I could possibly find or create, which would currently be a Grux, a Fang Mao, a Gideon, and maybe a Rampage, and an Aurora. I don't think in this new update you don't really need carries. I have played many games where carries did not matter because they had such low health, people were just able to dust them and they would just die and that would be gone. And that other person...
Let me stop you there.
Okay.
Let me stop you there. Alright. I'm going to tell you this. Carries absolutely matter in this game. Carries are your best line of option in this game. And let me tell you why they are. And the reason why you think that carries don't matter in this game is because the support underfarms the carries. This is, and let me make this clear because everybody that's watching right now, if you are going to play Paragon in a carry and a support role, as a support player, you do not touch a minion. As a carry, you do not touch a minion until it hits red, until you get the last thing. As a carry, you need to be able to slow push that lane, get up the level, get 16 minutes in the game, and I guarantee you'll have multi-shot, you'll come online within 16 minutes of the game, and you will be a contributing factor to your team. For those of you that are out there that play carry and support, again, as a support, do not touch a minion. All you have to do is poke at the enemy, keep him from getting farmed up, keep the enemy from getting leveled up, and as a carry, all you need to do is hit the minion when it turns red. I guarantee you will win a game with your carry if you follow those directions. I guarantee you will. And the problem is this. The reason why this never happens is because people who play carry that think they're good at carry and support, they don't have patience. And when you don't have patience, you get tired of just waiting in line or waiting in lane to level up. And you want to go out and do something else, and it's that ADHD kicking in. You know, it's that bipolarism kicking in. You got to go and do something else because you feel like you're wasting your time in lane. But if you slow down and you just back the fuck up and chill out, and I guarantee that you will win a game with a carry. Carries are absolute necessary in the games. I disagree with you on that.
Okay, I think currently it's okay not to really have a carry. I could be a Grux carry, you know what I'm saying? I could be literally Grux in the safe lane.
You can't bring Grux into that conversation because
No,
he's
I know.
broken like everybody else.
I'm just gonna say other heroes as well. So let me finish. I could be Fang Mao. All right, let's think about that. I could be Chimera. I could be a lot of good heroes that are more around the team rather than the carry sometimes. Personally, that's how I feel. Now, I do play carry, as in like Murdoch, Twin Blast, stuff like that, and I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just saying, if I had a, and I do those for just fun, you know, because I don't always want to play Thing now on the safe lane and stuff like that. But yeah, that would be my dream team. Would be Aurora, Gideon, Grux, Fang Mao. I think that's 5. All right, Zombie.
Um, my dream team would be let's see, it would be Gideon,
Mm-hmm.
Aurora,
Okay.
Arrow,
Sparrow. That's interesting.
Gideon, Arrow. I would have Narbash support and Narbash or phase
Okay. Interesting choice.
and Rampage.
Rampage. Alright, that's a respectable amount of Q. I might switch Rampage out for like a steal, maybe if I really feel like it, for like an ultimate CC team.
Full counter picking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd switch Rampage.
Definitely for like a Countess or something like that. Yeah, still seems a good choice. Okay, Ice Fire.
I would definitely, especially with, you know, nowadays, like the heroes, they're so powerful, so I would go with Gideon Aurora. I would have offlane Faye, and I'll tell you why I'm going with these 3 first. And then I'll have Rampage, Jungle with Steel being support, and a carry, Murdoch or Drago. And the reason why is because I'd rather have crowd control. Because I feel like having a crowd control can benefit the team, you know. So just imagine Aurora ults, then on top of that Gideon, and on top of that Faye. You know, like that's 3 ults, and all you have to do is just the team being there and just doing damage. And then you have Drongo silent too. You know, it's a good counter for other teams. So I believe having crowd control it's a way to win.
Definitely. Okay, DK. Going from the confines of what the question is, what would be your dream team to have right now if you were to play a match in Paragon?
And I will go a little bit farther and say to the people that are in the chat right now, I will do a custom 5v5 with anybody with this matchup. I will go here.
Oh my!
As my
challenge.
As my carry, I will go Murdoch. Murdoch. My cards I would have on Murdoch is basic piercing basic with the gem piercing basic. I would have the 13-point card, either Death Crawler or the Shatter Golem, right? And then I'll have basic, what is it? The basic attack, Heavy Hitter, right? I'll have that on my Murdoch. As his support, I would have FaZe as his support. FaZe. FaZe would be his support on my Murdoch. All right, and then my mid laner would be Shimby. That would be my mid laner. Right? My jungler would be Aurora. Aurora would be my jungler. All right, and then my off laner will be Kalari.
Ooh.
That would be my off laner. That would be my team right there. Or you know what? Better yet, I'm not even gonna do Kalari because so many people they counter her so much. I'm gonna do Steel as my offline. That would be my team right there. That would be my 5 team. So I got FaZe, Murdoch, Shimby, Aurora, and Steel.
Okay.
That would be my dream team right
I
there.
like it. I like it. It sounds good. All right, let's move on. What is the most rage-inducing game you ever had? I'm talking about when you were just so mad at a game or the people that you played with that you just turned the game off, didn't even turn it back on for at least another day or so.
There's a lot.
Wow.
It's spitting out fire, ice fire.
I think
Alright, let's, no profanity, please. I just thought I'd just say that. Alright. Zombie, you wanna go?
I could start if you want.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Like, I can't remember the people, but I can remember the heroes we went.
Yeah,
So I
don't
went
call anybody out.
Chimera.
Mm-hmm.
This is way before I met you guys, but
Okay.
so I was Chimera, Jungle. Our right lane was Murdoch and Decker, I believe. Left lane was who was it? Greystone, and mid lane was Gideon.
Try to speed it up to time 6.
So we were going quite good till we couldn't work as a team because they just everyone wanted to be team leader. And I'm like guys, stop it. And they're like okay. And then 5 minutes later they start racking up. Then we just start. Our team died at least 50 times in that one match.
Okay.
The enemy team had like over 50 kills. Oh my god, I never played with those people ever again. I deleted them straight away because they. I got so furious. Deleted them and didn't play Paragon for like another week straight.
Okay, Zombie, DK, do you want to start off?
This game right here that I'm actually playing right now is the game that I've decided to take a break from Paragon because of this until they fix Grux.
Oh yeah.
This game right here, I'm playing it. Like I'm holding my own against Grux and Richter in this off lane. I'm doing actually very well as the game progresses, and I'm taking out Richter, I'm taking out Grux, and then all of a sudden, once Grux got that death crawler, it was all over. Like, the game literally ended for our team. Like, we had more kills than them, and it was all over. But this game is a deciding game, though, as to why I'm taking a break from Paragon until they fix Grux or get his ass out of here.
Okay, that's reasonable. Okay. My rage-inducing moment was when I was playing Gideon. I was like spitting mad fire, and this is the match where I was playing and winning later on in the game. Actually, no, no, we lost. We definitely lost. It was when I was playing Gideon in mid lane, and then I was going up against another Gideon. The deciding factor in how we lost the game was their jungler was like really on point. There was a Grux jungler, let me also point that out. But it was before the patch, so no complaints there. He just rotated so effectively to where their Gideon was just hitting me, and then I let my minions like hit him to half health and stuff like that. And then their jungler would just pop out every time, even sometimes when I was full health. And then just bam, I was dead. And our jungler was going around, but never really coming to mid lane. So we didn't end up getting a lot of kills, and it snowballed. It did a huge snowballing effect to where they would kill me in mid, then they would rotate to either left or right lane after, and then they would kill them as well. And I was so mad at that match. instantly quit and left my party. I was like, okay, guys, I'm done for the day. Call me tomorrow. Ice Fire, what was your rage-inducing moment, Paragon?
I mean, beside the one-shot Grux,
Yeah, besides one second.
that is not fair. But I actually was playing yesterday a game that I can remember recently. So yesterday I was playing duo with Twiggy, and then she went carry, and I was playing jungle. And we had offlane Kalari. So Kalari was level 22 when we were in the draft. So I was like, oh, you know, that's awesome. That's good. So every single time I would rotate left to gank, and he would not hit one basic attack. He would just sit there,
You carry?
hit the minions, like have full mana, full health. He could have engaged, but he decided not to. You know, I was like, oh, maybe like he wanna push the wave or something, you know? It kept going till the end of the game, and he have not helped me gank one time, and we won the game. He have never used his ult a single time.
Wow.
I kid you not, like, and then so we won the game, and his like assist is 1, and he got like a 270, I think, minions. Like, he got pretty fed, and he was destroying like late game. But I just hate the fact that like I felt like the whole time we're just 4v5.
Yeah.
It was that
And it was
Ice Fire was like, man, not everybody like DK.
Dude, you have no idea. And I'm like, is it that hard to really just hit your basic and just, even if you drop like till half health, go invis. I don't need your help. You know, we could have got so many kills off lane, but he just decided not to.
Alright. That's very good. Let's move on. Okay.
We gotta start wrapping it up.
Alright, this is gonna be the last one for today, guys. Last one. Compared to other MOBAs, which do you think Paragon ranks? In terms of, I'll do the list. League of Legends at the top. There's like no question about that. Then some would consider Dota. Then some would consider, what was it? Smite? Yeah, Smite. And that's all of really the MOBAs I really know about. Yeah. So where would you rank Paragon? At the lowest, somewhere in the middle? No, what I mean by rank, I mean how much do you enjoy it? Or how much, yeah.
Let me start because I'll make it really short. I would say Paragon would be my favorite just because it's the first and the only MOBA I've ever played. So I've never played League of Legends or Dota or any other game. So that's that.
Do you think it would like one day rival some of them?
What do you mean?
Like, do you think it has the potential to be as good as like a Smite or League of Legends and stuff like that in the future?
I don't think this is a question you could ask, because it's not out. All those MOBAs are already out. They're established. They're finished. They're out.
Okay.
So I think you should just ask the question is, what is your favorite MOBA? And if Paragon is your favorite MOBA, like how has it just like affected your life or something? Because you can't compare
but there's somewhat of a problem with that. But I get what you're saying.
Bottom of the barrel.
I get what you're saying, but it's just, you know, some people are like, may have heard of League of Legends and stuff, and I'm more like, do you think, you know, stuff like that. Either way, continuing, Paragon for me, I like it more than I like Smite and Dota. I am a big mobile fan, and I came from Smite originally. I really enjoyed Smite. I thought Paragon was a very ambitious thing to do, and I highly enjoyed it the first time I played it. I thought, this is gonna be an amazing and really good game when they start adding more features and maps and stuff. The gameplay that I had played was just, it was really good, and I enjoyed it very much. Zombie, DK?
Same as first MOBA I've played, and I was always interested, the other big games like GTA and stuff. But out of the MOBA, I actually, really like Paragon.
Okay.
I can't, compare it to other games since I haven't played them. I don't, watch much of the other MOBAs. So, that's what I got to say. I just, Paragon is like 9 out of 10 for me.
Okay, DK?
Well, I
know
I
that you
love
played
Paragon.
tonight and stuff like that.
Paragon is my world. Like, it's my first MOBA. I love it. It is the best MOBA in my eyes. But the thing is that it's not a MOBA. I feel like Paragon is a giant ass match of Super Smash Brothers to me. That's what I feel like Paragon is, and that's how I play Paragon. I play Paragon like I'm playing fucking Super Smash Brothers, or like a over the shoulder, Gears of War, like a brawler. I play it like it's a brawler, with objectives, take down the towers. So it's like after going from playing League of Legends, Activision Heroes of Storm, after playing Dota, and playing those other ones, and then playing Smite, it's hard to call Paragon a MOBA. I mean, it has the tower defense, it has the MOBA in the back, but it's not. The map is too damn small. It's too small to be a damn MOBA.
Really? Too small?
It's too small, and it just, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm playing Smash Brothers. I love it. Like, I got a variety of different characters, and as I said, Paragon's always gonna be my first love. Like, my favorite MOBA. I mean, even though it's not a MOBA, but I don't know, it's a brawler, and I love it. And I'm gonna always be here. I'm gonna always play Paragon, but I don't know. Like, it's after playing Smite and after playing Heroes of the Storm and after playing like League of Legends, it's hard. Like, jungle areas are big, and there's like little mini objectives on the map, like go and take down this character in time to get a buff for your whole team, or go and do this, and now you have a gold rush like, there's so many little different.
So you'd rather see like a legacy type length?
I would like to see a legacy type map with today's updates, with more objective, like more team based objectives, more than just Fangtooth and Prime, like a gold mine, and go and raid all the gold out of it before this time up, or before something happens, or you have like harder enemy minions in this part of the map. But if you kill one of those enemy minions, you get a lot more. Look at that shit. Oh my goodness. All right, anyway, sorry. Alright.
I like what he's saying. I think he has an interesting intake on the matter. But unfortunately, this is around the time where we have to wrap up the show, guys. So, some keynotes. We talked about many things, but overall, we really enjoy Paragon, which is why we have this podcast. And, we're just doing good stuff. This is God Only Knows Loading Gaming here, along with DKT Gaming, along with my friend Zombie, which I don't think has a YouTube channel, and my other friend Ice and Fire. What did you want to say?
Yeah, I make videos and stuff.
Okay. Do you want to say your channel name?
It's my username, Blimey Gamer.
Okay, and Zombie? Icefire, do you have one?
Soon.
Okay, soon. All right.
I do want to give a shout out to Icefire for coming out and being part of the stream. I want to tell y'all one thing about Icefire. He was actually one of the first groups I ever played this game with in a match, and they invited me, and they actually got me to like continue to play Paragon. I was gonna put it down, but Ice, Superman, Sarah, and her husband,
Cage. Cloud.
Cage. We played this game so much, and we developed like a brotherhood, and it was lovely. Like, cause it was the first time I was on comms with a full 5v5 people, and it was like the first time we would just dominate. And so thank you, Ice and Fire, because I was remembering earlier that question. He said one of the first time we were on comms, and one of the most memorable moments with me was playing with you guys, and just the synergy and stuff that we had. So that was fun.
I'll have to agree with that, and I think one of my best games I've ever played is with you, and you were being Steel, my support. I was Rev.
Oh yeah.
And
That's
we
Steel.
took tier 2 in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Tier 2 in 5 minutes. Jeez, they must have just been.
If
just
not
been looking
less,
away.
actually, if not less.
Yeah.
That is nice. That is nice. All right. Good morning, good night, and goodbye, everyone. Stay tuned next time for more podcast gameplay. Peace.